Travis Hunter just played in his second NFL game of his career, and I thought he looked really good once again, both on offense, played a little bit more defense this year, or not this year, but this game as well, and I wanted to break down the film. Before we really dive into all of the film, do me a big favor and give me a letter grade of Travis Hunter down below, and where do you think he needs to improve going into next week? But this was actually a great route that was underthrown and intercepted, but all we're doing here is we're reaching the top of our route and we're breaking this thing to the outside. Do we see how they are giving him inside leverage initially? It is really tough to beat your opponent to the outside shoulder if they're already playing outside leverage. So this, I deem, would be a difficult play to get open, right? Just because they're giving you the inside. So watch Travis Hunter. He's going to sell until he can't. He's going inside, right? Boom. He looks like he's going inside. Now that DB overcommits to the outside still, and now his hips are opened up to the middle of the field. Okay, so we utilize that. Boom, look at the quick break here. You get the DB to kind of, quickly turn. Boom, and now you have the speed and separation to get there. Now if this was a perfectly thrown ball, this is probably an easy touchdown. Again, if you guys couldn't see where he was because I didn't highlight him, he's right here, right? Again, running this out. Perfect job. Now, ultimately, there is pressure on the quarterback. Let me move myself over here. There is pressure on the quarterback, which forces a bad throw and a bad decision by Trevor Lawrence, right? Trey Hendrickson gets him to throw this ball early. But again, this is open. If you put this ball in the money, this is an over-the-shoulder, easy touchdown for Travis Hunter that ultimately goes down as interception. But again, I want to show you the film. I want to show you the good, the bad, and this was a good one that I thought was just underthrown because of the pressure off the left side. They're making it a priority to get him the ball early and often. Right here, we're going to see pre-snap motion with zone coverage. The reason we know this is zone coverage is nobody follows him across the formation. Right here, you'd expect that guy to go all the way across. He doesn't, right? So it seems like a zone. Now, as of right now, we have a one-on-one opportunity. We're going to send this guy up in a block, send this guy up in a block, throw the ball early, and allow him to choose his path, right? I guess you could say. Because he's such a good playmaker in space, he takes us inside and fights up for about 7 yards. But again, I feel like this offense, Liam Cohen and the offense, they know that he is a playmaker with the ball in his hands. And at some point in time, he is going to take a screen or a quick slant or a quick out to the house. And no one's going to really be able to stop him, right? So again, they're just feeding the ball early. He's a good route runner. Get him the ball in space and let's see what he can do, man. Again, good play right there by Travis Hunter on the offense. Another nice little route here, running a quick stop to the bottom side of your screen. Move myself over here. They're going to be playing super off coverage. Just stopping in the zone as these guys backpedal, get the ball to our wide receiver in space. That's all Trevor Lawrence wants to do here. We're going to kind of clear out with the inside wide receiver, Brian Thomas. And boom, as we see these guys drop back, right, backpedal, boom, ball is out early. Ball is out on time. Great anticipation throw by Trevor Lawrence. Beautiful. And again, let Travis Hunter work in space. Ultimately only picks up maybe an extra yard or two there. Again, definitely a priority for Trevor Lawrence in his offense. Get this man the football and watch him work in space. We will be covering the defense as well. Here's a fun little play. We're going to pre-snap motion Travis Hunter just to pre-snap motion him back. Now, the reason we do that is to see if it's man or zone. If this guy were to follow him all the way across initially, we know it was zone or man. But now we're going to just cut him back into the flats. And we know no one's going to cross the formation for him. Now, why is that important? Well, if we're play faking a run to the left and this guy bites down, well, that's his zone. So if we get this guy to bite down even just so slightly, this flat is going to be wide open. And that's exactly what happens. Watch this play here. So again, we're going to cut him cross. These guys bite down on the little run fake, and boom, now we know we're going with the football. That pre-snap motion right here. Now Travis Hunter and Trevor Lawrence know exactly where the ball is going and when it is going, depending on this read. If they were to motion over, we know it's man. That's probably not where we're going to go with football. Okay, so that pre-snap motion tells us everything. Beautiful job by Trevor Lawrence getting it out, turning up the field, good catch, and picking up about 9 yards on that play. Again, don't worry, defense will be coming up here shortly. NFL season is officially back, and I couldn't be happier than to pair up with the Sleeper app. And guys, it is now our chance to over 1,000x our money this Thursday with the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. And I have the perfect kind of pick 'em for you for this game. The first thing I do want to say though is if you use my promo code, they're going to give you a 100% match deposit up to $100. So essentially, if you put in 100, they're going to give you $100 to use. or 50. If you put in 50, they'll give you 50. I mean, that is a steal. But you know what is the bigger steal is Tua over half a yard. I mean, unless he gets hurt, knock on wood, that should be an absolute lock. So I'm just going to take that. Also, the Buffalo Bills, or not the Buffalo Bills, the Miami Dolphins are ranking about 26th in the NFL when it comes to rush yards allowed per game. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go more than 50 rushing yards for James Cook. I think that is easy. I'm also going to go with a nice little Keon Coleman over 40. I'm going to leave it at that. I think that's good enough for me. I think we like to play safe here. 10 to win 33. Let me know what you guys are going to do. And again, check out Sleeper Guys. Helps me out so much. If you go use the promo code, claim that free bonus, but also take that Tua line. It will probably be up for a few more days. Guys, super important. Also, one last thing. Use promo code DUBS, and you'll get up to 100% match deposit with your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. It's currently operational in about 25 different states. Check out Sleeper today. Let's get back into the video. Here's just a really good route by Travis Hunter. We're going to establish inside leverage and break this thing to the outside. Great route here off the play action for Travis, and this should have been a nice pickup. But once again, off this play action, right, as we turn around, there's no pressure. There is no excuse right here. Look at Travis Hunter. Establishes inside leverage, gets the DB to turn his hips to the sideline as he tries to break, right? He freezes him up for just a second, and we create about a yard of separation. If this ball is placed where it needs to be, this is probably a completion for Travis Hunter, but he leads him back inside, which is not what you want to do, right? And then boom, DB is able to get his hands on it, deflects it, and they end up getting an interception. This should have been a nice pickup for Travis Hunter, but it was an underthrown ball. Trevor Lawrence has to put this on the money. Has to, right? If you put this right where it needs to be, not only does he catch it to the sideline, but he might even have an opportunity to turn this thing up the field into the end zone for a touchdown. I'm just saying. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys disagree. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Actually, I do think this was reversed and incomplete, but still, I want to see that football thrown where it needs to be thrown, and it's a big pickup, man. All right, here's some defense right here, guys. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already done so yet. It is free. It doesn't cost anything. It helps out so much. Let's break down some plays defensively. They're running a quick little stop, and then they're going to run a corner route. We're going to see really off coverage here by Travis Hunter, but they love him in off coverage because he's got great acceleration, good speed to get back into a play if he gets beat initially, right? So as we give them so much space, right, we could see this guy's going to have to bite down to cover this little stop route. And again, they just have all the space in the world for this quick little corner route. Travis Hunter towards the top side, just giving him the space. Again, we're not trying to get beat deep here. But look at the ability to read the quarterback's eyes, jump this thing, and get right into the catch radius to force an incomplete pass to the top. That's a great job. I mean, more so, he pushed him out of bounds, but just made it extremely difficult for this guy to come down with this ball. And I really like his ability to get back into this play. As he's backing up, boom, go break on the football, go make a play. And that's a forced incompletion in my books. So here's actually a little bit better of an angle here. You see him actually use his hand to get up into the airspace of the wide receiver and fight back to it, forcing this incompletion. So he did actually get his hand in there. That is a phenomenal play by Travis Hunter right there. Beautiful. Let's go, man. That's a great play. We also had this play right here that was called a pass interference. I mean, this was a tough one if you ask me. There is a little bit of hand fighting, but we do see the wide receiver kind of initiate it right here with the arm. You see how he's going to push. It's very tough to see, but it's there, right? You see the guy start to push. He starts to hand fight a little bit, right? Trying to garner a little bit of separation. Now, what ultimately gets Travis Hunter, I believe, is he doesn't get his head back around to the quarterback. He looks up for it, which is even more difficult, but ends up finding this thing last second. Again, it happens so quick. They don't see it in slow motion like this, but he ends up getting this PBU. I don't agree fully with this call. I mean, he is barely even touching him. They call this a pass interference. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think this was a phenomenal play by Travis Hunter. But again, I want to know what you guys think. Do you think this was a PI? Do you think it was clean? Let me know. Another play here. We'll end it after this one. There is a lot more to break down. So if you guys do want a part 2, just let me know. Okay. Now we're going to get press man here. They're going to kind of fly Andrew Wingard over to this side of the field into the flats. Now, as they run this stop route to the top, Travis Hunter is all over it. Wingard's all over it. Now, Travis is manned up here with Jamar Chase. So, as they get behind this second level, third level of the defense, Wingard just makes a great play. But I thought Travis Hunter did a good job for the most part. Actually, it was not Jamar Chase who he was on. It might have been T. Higgins who he was on at the top of your screen there. But either way, I thought they did a great job. Travis Hunter did allow about 16 yards on one play to Jamar Chase in this game. I think he was in off coverage, quick stop route. And he made a play after the catch. But ultimately, I thought he played well. I had a couple of plays I really wanted to show you defensively. But if you want a full defensive breakdown, just let me know in the comments and we'll get that video out for you ASAP. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, and I will see you guys